Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I am your humble host, Jasper Gonzo, and this is episode 2 of What's Next. This is going to be a quick video, and it is something near and dear to my heart. Two people, actually. My mother and my father. Now, in episode 0, to kick off the inaugural channel, I talked about Christmas and what it meant to me, my family, and of course, Christmas of 2020. But that was in the past. We are here January 3 of 2021. Weird. 2021. Once I came to the decision to do this video regarding my mother and my father, there were a couple things that went through my head prior to coming to this conclusion. I could have went the politics route. I could have talked about Joe Biden canceling the inaugural luncheon because of COVID concerns. I think it goes a little bit deeper than that, but that's just me. I could have went the pop route and talked about Geeks and Gamers member Drunk 3PO getting his epic interview with one Gina Carano of The Mandalorian. But I decided to go this route. I've done posted comments regarding my mother and my father, and the reason why is because, of course, for those who don't know, my mother passed away in 2016 at the age of 83, and my father most recently on Christmas Eve passed away also. So this is going to be a very difficult and video to do, but here goes. This is my mother and my father. My father, Santiago, and my mother, Carmen, whom I love very, very much, and I miss them dearly every day. Like I said, my mother lived until she was 83. My father lived till 95, and God bless them both. I love them with all my heart. How do I not do this without getting choked up? Here goes. Mom, Dad, you meant the world to me. You did. I got frustrated a lot of times with both of you, but it's just what kids do. We rebel. We lash out. But as we get older, we, hopefully that we come to the conclusion that we are better off with you than without you. My mother, she was strong, fierce, firm. My father was as the term I like to, he's the passive one. He would say something once and then pretty much walk away. My mother would take out Thor's hammer and just pound it into you till it finally sunk in. But they were both loving parents. They were strong. As I said before, they were firm. But they did the best they could with the 6 of us. My brother, my 4 sisters, and myself. I would not be the man that I am today if it not were for the both of them. I don't think I would be the husband today that I thought I would be. if it were not for the both of them. Um, I always say my wife is my better half, and she is. Um, but my mother and my father were the rock, the foundation. Um, Growing up, um, they were fun. We all had fun when we were growing up. And that's the thing, when you're growing up as kids, you don't really have any, you're not really worried about, paying bills or, you know, working and actually doing adult things. Excuse me. I, when you grow up with the type of parents that I did and the type of neighborhood that we grew up where everybody knew each other. I mean, you can leave your doors open. I mean, we're talking early to mid 80s. Uh, you know, hey, we're at Rego, or he's across the street or what have you, or you know, but they were good people. You know, I got the my father was George Jetson, and I was his son Elroy, and that was something that we all laughed about when we were kids. Jasper, on the other hand, is a name that it's a nickname that it's a little bit more complicated, but I'm not going to bother you with that. Excuse me. They were strong people. They were God fearing people. And like I said, they raised us the best they could. They told us to work hard. Don't take anything for granted. You know, make an earnest living, make an earnest dollar, an honest dollar, should I say? But they were Chago and Maruka, as they were nicknamed. Everybody knew them. Everybody knew who my parents were growing up. So it was almost kind of like being famous in a way. You know, oh, you're Maruka-san or Marina-san. Oh, tú eres hijo de Chago. You're the son of Chago. And you really didn't appreciate that. I really didn't until I got older. Once it was, once I got into my 20s once I got into my 20s and I got in my 30s and I really got on my own, it was just, you really appreciated that more of how loved your mother and father were in the town that we grew up in, excuse me. But I said it was going to be a short video, and I think I did pretty good with keeping my head on straight and not letting it overwhelm me. But it's hard not to. It's really hard not to, because sometimes you just want to make that call and call your mom and call your dad. You know, I know when I first moved out on my own, um, I leaned on them. I was on my own. I leaned on them. I leaned on them heavily. But once I settled down, got married, and we got a home of our own, and we're blessed with the things that we are blessed with. Thank you, Lord, that you do become a lot more appreciative of what they instilled upon you. And I know I am. And with that said, I am your humble host, Jazz Broganzo. This is what's next, and we'll see you next time. Peace.